Hi, this is Alexis McCullough, and I will be talking to you about ablative absolutes. The ablative absolute consists of a noun or a pronoun and a participle that agrees in the ablative case. The ablative absolute is typically set off by commas so that it's easy to identify. It's called an absolute because it separates the rest of the sentence as well as shows a time or cause relationship with the rest of the sentence. It is often translated as with, but it depends on the context of the sentence. How is the ablative absolute used in the English language? Well, it isn't. Instead, we use subordinating clauses, which are also called dependent clauses, so they don't make sense on their own. The ablative absolute is an abbreviation of the subordinating clause in the English language. For example, in English we might say, having finished the work, we can return home. But in Latin, there is no active past participle, so we have to use the perfect passive participle, which translates as, the work having been finished, we can return home. How do you find an ablative absolute? Well, the first step is to recognize the participle. The second step is to know your ablative case endings, which are O, A, and IS for the past or future tense. E and IBUS are present tense endings. The third step is to locate a noun with the same ablative endings, which are usually located before the participle in the sentence. Now that you know what an ablative absolute is, how do you translate it? Well, there's a formula. It is with the noun having been verbed. So all you have to do is substitute the noun and the verb into this formula. So for example, you could say, with the boy having been tired. That formula is used for the beginning of the sentence, and you have to make sure that your first translation makes sense with the rest of the sentence. So you could say, with the boy having been tired, he went to sleep. So you just have to go along with the rest of the sentence, something else happened. There are many different versions of the ablative absolute, and the first one is a noun plus a participle. So the ablative absolute in this sentence is signo dato. So signo is the noun and dato is a participle. So one translation is with the signal having been given, or you can use after
depending
or
on the
while
context of the
signal
sentence,
had been given.
you don't have to
and
use
the rest of the
with
sentence is
in every single
the soldiers
translation.
attacked the city.
You can use
So
after,
overall,
because,
with
since,
the signal
although,
having been given,
just
the
depending on
soldiers
the
attacked the
context of the
city,
sentence, you can
or
choose whichever one
after
sounds
the
the
signal
best.
had been given, the soldiers attacked the city. The next ablative absolute is a noun plus a noun. So the sentence is Sulla duce Roma oppugnabatur. So the ablative absolute is Sulla duce, which translates as with Sulla's leadership or under Sulla's leadership. So Sulla is the noun and duce is another noun, but you just have to figure out which way they translate. So you can do that either way, and the complete sentence is, with Sulla's leadership, Rome was attacked. Or, under Sulla's leadership, Rome was attacked. Either one is perfectly fine. The last one is a noun plus an adjective. So the sentence is, periculo magno, Caesar exercitum eduxit. So the ablative absolute is periculo magno. And the noun is periculo, and the adjective is great, which modifies periculo. So it translates as, with the danger being great, or, since the danger was great, Caesar led out the army. So the complete translation is, with the danger being great, Caesar led out the army, or, since the danger was great, Caesar led out the army. Thank you so much for listening. I hope it helped, and have a great day.